Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 262 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, as we speak, I will tell you that markets across the globe, especially the markets we always review on this platform, I'll tell you they are in red as we speak. They are all looking red ahead of what? Ahead of a major economic data being expected from US Bureau of Statistics. While you're looking at to see the consumer price index for the month of April. I'll tell you this is a major data that all eyes are on across the globe. Right? As to whether Fed will conclude on their what on their rate tightening or the time for them to shift their ground toward to normalization that will lead to what cutting or kind of easing, anyone want to call it. But why is it very, very important that I always tell you in this platform that whatever happens in US, especially when it comes to monetary policy, even war, because they remain one of the leading economy across the globe. China is just a second largest economy. US dominates in everything. For that, the policies they are adopting, that is what most other economy want to refine or work on and to move on. That is why we all eyes on this word on this figure, because don't forget that at the beginning of this month, at the early of the early stage of this month, we saw about three West countries CBNs increasing their rate, and not knowing that that this rate has kind of suffocated their economy, and not only that, it has reflected in other data that are coming up from. But that's why these data are mixed. I tell you, this is what everyone in the global market is looking at, and Nigeria is not left behind, because I tell you, in less than 2 weeks, another NPC meeting will be coming down here. The trail we are seeing there is what we are going to likely see in our own. That is why tomorrow eyes and also on what to come out from what for England meeting. Also looking at the data that will come from this inflation figure for US. Also, what part of to guide also the UK, the Bank of England, and also policy meeting. All these are what is going to play out, and for that, investors don't play with it. No matter who you are, whether you are investing for long term or a trader, you need to look at, because it has a way of fighting your the sector where you are invested. Because people think that monetary policy is just a side. No, they put the tone of the economy either in the short term or the long run, because it depends what is happening in the economy that fund will shift to one area of the market or the other. That's why in the financial market we call it a circular flow of fund, looking for where there is higher return, or also where there is also safety. These are where people want their money to move to, and you as an investor analyst want to look at like these are the factors that drive that volatility or sentiment or psychology of trader anywhere in the world, so that you understand what you are looking at. And that is why all eyes are on this figure. Don't forget that the last 2 days we have seen the data that emanated from what from China, showing that the trade data shows that China recovery is still very, very weak. I will tell you, and because of that, also they're also panicking as we speak now. Asia market, across that Asia market, they are in red because of also this US expectation, and also working on the data that comes from China. It shows that something is not right. Even yes, China is the largest economy, the most also the highest consuming country in terms of power, in terms of energy, oil, and other stuff. But if the economy is not recovering fast, the demand also will be there, will be a problem. But now that you are seeing that, because of fear of recession, demand also fear of demand of crude oil, you can see that oil price that continue to look down, even when there's kind of a spike in the in US inventory kind of spike. See that oil price will tell you that there's something fundamentally wrong somewhere. But it's good for the central banks of the world. They are happy that we are seeing oil price pulling them back. That so that it will support their decision of start cutting the rate, because they can start cutting the rate tomorrow, and inflation oil price will bounce back again. That's a major push forward for cost. And if we are seeing that the food prices globally has remained on that trend, apart from this last month of April, we saw an uptick again. I believe that once the negotiation between them Ukraine and Russia, as the most of the president of that country are going to move to that green deal. If that is achieved, I believe that also have a way also impacting a way of also impacting the market in that direction. I mean, we need to keep our eyes also crossed in that regard, so that at the end of the day, you will see what this is going to happen, how it's going to influence the market. It's very, very important that we don't look away from all these data, because they are the one that drive the psychology and the sentiment that we will see in the market at any given time. For that, let's keep our eyes on it, so that at the end of the day, we know where the market is going. On that note, the US market as speak now is in red. No, I told you last time that there are three things that will make a US economy or to break, or no, either to make it break or what to bust. I mentioned about this banking nightmare that is also hitting the environment. That banking nightmare is not over yet. Also, the inflation thing, that's why all eyes on this inflation. And also, yesterday, the secretary to the treasury also have emphasized that if the next 3 weeks between now and the 1st of June, that this debt ceiling and also discussion is not sorted out by the House, the speakers, and all those stuff, it might affect US default and form of debt problem, which I believe that before then, that will also give a direction where the market is going to, because these are the major things that is kind of breaking that economy. And also don't forget that yesterday also the president Biden also said that yes, he has hands up, let them do what they want to do so that they can quickly address it. These are the things that is shaping the map. But I told you, China, these are the major. Why I come back to EU? EU, I told you that as we speak now, that Germany has already shown sign of also recession because of data emanating from there. That means investors should look at all this so that it will guide where are we going. And oil price is coming down. It's coming down is good because it will want it to come down so that inflation also come down, and so that the central banks of the world can redirect their focus to go into easing or what leave or start cutting, anyone want to call it. As I've said earlier, for me, there's no cause for alarm at all. All we need to do as investors is that we know why we're in the market, and also we'll be focused. Once this policy tightening cycle is over, it will be a plus for the market. Like I said yesterday, if you can remember that down here our market is trying to stabilize. We are seeing a lot of momentum, but we saw kind of profit taking yesterday. But this morning, if you come back to Nigeria market, you can see that there's also a kind of recovery. But most of the high price stocks like Boa Food, try to put the market down. We're seeing that even some stocks that were marked down today, we're seeing them rebounding. There's energy in the market, and that what was the energy going for? Yes, today is also another treasury based option, but I believe that we are seeing opportunity in this market. But in the short term, if the incoming government, we're already counting down days to the inauguration, if they come on board and it's the next 100 days in office more than, we'll not see where they are going. Confidence will be boosted, and that also will bring attractive funds to Nigeria, especially as we are seeing that the nightmare in banking sector in America and other side of the world are shaking. I believe that emerging market will be kind of a destination for most of the investors. And if we get it right here with our policy, and we'll see the direction the incoming government is going, we might likely see funds coming. But if also they are not coming immediately, you can see the power impact we are seeing our local international investors are making. And that's why we are seeing volume in the market, especially in the banking stock, cross the in other sector. You can see that those international investors are buying. That's why we are seeing this kind of volume. And I always tell you that any market you are trading, once you start seeing volume, it should give you an hint that something is happening somewhere. You can also start looking the way of that direction to find out what is happening there. It's very, very important. So that you not just sit on the fence and wait. Oh, no. These are the things, like I said, if you're in this class, you must understand how to use how to use all these tools. Once you understand how to use all these tools, it's going to guide you to know exactly what we're going to do what when you are trading. Because when you are trading, it's bound for you to say, oh, this is where the market is going, this is where the market is going. Exactly as you understand the sector is going, it will guide you to know exactly the right step to take at that particular time. And that's why when all these data are published, either earnings, GDP, the consumer price index, other purchasing manager index, these are tools that you need. You need to know whether there's MPC meeting adjustment in trade. You need to understand all this to know exactly where the economy is, where we stand, so that once you understand where we stand and where the economy, it will help you to know exactly what to do. On that ground, as an investor or trader, you know exactly the next step to take. That's why they are very, very important for you. You don't need to be panicking. And we have seen the purchasing manager index for the month of April. All eyes on what? On also on the inflation data for April down here, and also MPC meeting is coming, and at the same time the same month MPC is coming. We're also going to see incoming government, which I know that imagine they just come on board, they are likely to start dishing out making appointment and all those stuff. Once that appointment is placed, you will see the people that are they have been appointed. They start giving you an insight where they are going and the kind of government we expect in the next 4 years. Again, that also we should as an investor not panic or take advantage of prices trying to correct, and those that are being marked down is for us to work to feast our eyes on them and see what we can do, because as they mark them down and their fundamentals are remain intact, it's opportunity for you to buy at a low price, and that is why you don't need to panic at all when you are in this market with information, unless you are guessing, and that is why this class is not meant for those to guess. It's going to those that will boost your confidence, and you trade with knowledge. And when you trade with knowledge and understanding, I'll tell you, you will not panic. Yes, you can see what happened in Transcorp. For those that are in Investdata group, remember before the thing started happening, even that yesterday that I banded, early morning I put us on that said that the Transcorp rebound is underway after what? After this sell-off or what or pullback. If you remember that, you can see this how to trade. You must look at what is changing in the market. Look at the gravity or the speed that it was coming down. But that day, you can see that that day before it returned, there was a slowdown from almost 10% was coming down 9%. It made another 7%. It tells you that there are some people trying to take position. You should see that. That's why looking at sentiment report that we send every day is very, very important. When you see sentiment report that 50-50 for a corporate stock, 60-40, you are giving attention that what is happening. That will guide you to know exactly what to do. It's very, very key as you speak. Whether the market is coming down now as you speak, I will tell you that it's just because of what? Because of time. It just with time we see the market rebounding. Like I said earlier, it's just because we saw the one of the big cap like what I mentioned that I put the market down this hour. I'll tell you other stocks are there still buying position in them already as we speak. I'll go to that stage of the market of analysis. Also explain details on that. Like I told you earlier, U.S. market, the three known indices there are in red. While in Asia, even for now, because of what is happening in China, all the market there are also down in the red. But in Europe, we're seeing a mixed market. Africa, just mixed market. One sector, one country was seeing a green red, while others like ours now was in green before. That's pulled back now. These are how to see this trend. But you should not look your focus from what for looking at your chart. You better see chart than trading news. But while you're trading chart, that chart will give you, the right direction where you are going. Because when you see chart, it gives you more information. When you go to chart, you see market pulling back. You need to see what is the strength of the pulling back, what is happening in the market. That will give you a lot of insight on what to do when it comes to what trading. Yes, finally, earnings as was testing any conclusion. As we said, the few ones are those that are pending that are, I would say they are kind of they missed the listed date or the enlisted date for by the regulators, but which are FBN holding. I'm sure that between before 30th of May it will hit the market. We saw that of notification from Presco that by 26 to 25 26 we'll see the result. All eyes on what? On Sterling Bank on Sterling Bank first quarter. Why Unity Bank have also updated out that also they will release their result before the end of the month. We saw Cabaton result yesterday. I'll tell you that from the top line to the bottom line, you can see that that number was missed. Even at the top line, we're already seeing a decline. If a company is posting a number that is the sales or the revenue is declining, anything you see between between that revenue and the PAT, it might be marginal. But if you are unable to create additional fund for that period, either for a quarter, for a year, and you are giving us a green bottom line, it's a matter of time. I mean, something happen. Either you have adjusted costs between them, but if you're able to expand your top line and whether that is where your profit will make a lot of sense to what every investor. But when your sales are declining and we are seeing a green number, your bottom line are running, it's a matter of time it will show because it shows that something is strong somewhere. But it's good for Cabaton that we are seeing they are coming back powerfully because they're expanding their business to outside the shop of Nigeria and getting more sign up with them. That is good. But until you start seeing that reflecting on their number, that is where we can jump. Like I see the price after running for like 3 days now, I see a correction because of that. Like I see the power of earnings, the power of what numbers or data or reports that always guide investor on what to do. Yes, we also saw that the life of Wima Bank and the Access Bank was adjusted today, and today you can see that Access Bank have gone back to more like a 1050 from the 10 for the 10 kobo it was adjusted now. I see that people are taking up, but why? The banking sector has become the active sector since over 2 weeks because of what we are seeing potential there. The numbers that came from that industry have reviewed what is in, and also there are similar companies that also have shown where they are going. For investors, don't be carried away by the economic headwind. Despite that, we are seeing good numbers coming from these companies or different sectors. All we don't need to do is to work to hold on these numbers, analyze it, and position ahead, because this is the first quarter result, so that you can see if this trend is sustained in in the coming quarter. That is how to invest. You don't need to run up and down. Stay in the stock that has fundamental. I will tell you that unless what attracted you to those companies are still not there, or they have started disintegrating, that is where to work. But if what attracted you are building up, you are seeing more, you hold on and you see how to invest. You can see those that entered Transcorp earlier at 1 naira, 144. They buy it for a purpose, and the people that and more information was coming. I think the price rally, even when it put back because another news came to the market. You can see again after they have seen another information emanating from the the commissioner of the Alpha plant in River State, and also make statement that they have taken over. They are the preferred bidder for Abuja. Just we can see all these are the things that are there, because that means the potential for the company is underway now to be unlocked. If the management and others can do that, but investors are already seeing there's potential in this company. If well run or well managed, there's people can make money. Those are people are entering there for medium and long term, which for me is not bad, because anywhere in the world, utility, you don't play with it. Go abroad, go and check every utility company that into energy, into power, into gas, and all that. You see they are consistent with what is what you and I need on a daily basis. And now that we're saying that we need light, prepare meter is here. If you need to to get more, you pay more, and that together for that, more money will come for that company. And can see that they are also spending their tentacle in the country. They are in the east, they are in the Delta River, now also in the city of power. You see that alone tells you that where the company are going for that. Those that are thinking long and medium, I would say go ahead and look the way of that store if you are not in there. Yes, we'll quickly go to the market to see what is happening in the market as we speak now. Let's see the state of the market, which I know that the chart is very sweet to look at live market. As we're teaching here, we saw the market pulling back. The same market that pulled back red has also bounced back to green again. That is why I tell you I love being in the market, so that you won't just be taken away by event. This same market, well, as I was talking, was pulled back because of I told you that the life of Boa food is has lost and for that. But now because that stock has also rebounded again now, position has taking position that you can see that it has also gone back again to green. These are the things you want. That if others, once you see you start panicking, no. But if you understand the market, that this market will give you activities that will guide you. Keep looking at the market. Yeah, you might not have the time to look at the market as what we do, but that's why we have other products and services that you can key in, so that you can get all this information at the right time and also act in that direction. As we speak now, market is doing 52,681.28, up by 75.87 basic points, representing 0.14%, 0.14% in the green, which is also good for me. 0.14% in the green is also a good one. If you look at market bread remain positive. We're having a 16 advancer and also 12 decliner. And as market is that is a good one at this midday trading. And I believe that midweek trading, I believe that investors are taking an opportunity in those companies that are grossly on their value, and they have a strong upside potential with what high margin of safety. That is what investors are looking now. You can see number that just came in first quarter. You can see companies earnings. You can see their book value. You can see their price to book. All these are telling you that this company has potential to sustain that. And if that is done, some people that want to make 50%, 20% for a year, even surpass the inflation, are there in already in some stocks than going to physical market. I tell you, physical market is for those that are risk averse. Now that we're expected to see the outcome of the TGB of auction today. At the end of the day, we'll know what interest the minute the 364 days rate will finally close for the day. But as investor, keep your eyes in the market and also invest wisely. Then, if you look at the top losers, as I said earlier, there are 12. But I think that Caverton is leading in that regard, followed by Academic Press. You can see ICO, Zenith Bank, also follow, and NACO. These are and NACO is just using a 0.08. You can see it's very small. Doing a 12 is down by just 10 kobo. 1250. Zenith Bank is at 24.30, down by just 20 kobo. ICO down by 20 kobo, 2 kobo. You can see that profit taken in Academic Press and that of Caverton. But if we look the way of the advancers is good at Another news was saying that yesterday we saw that the traffic was among the top 5. Now this morning it's one leading the gainers chart again with almost 10%, 8.7 or 9.7. That's almost up now as we speak. Followed by computer warehouse group. Then you can see Nico, see Nico also up. And then you can see also uh, also sorry. You can see the prestige assurance also there, and access corp also. Access back is back toward to 10 naira 60 kobo, powerfully 40 kobo today, and that is good almost 5.10% in the peak. This is what the market is doing now. For me, it's a good one. If you look at the activities chart in terms of volume, access is leading. Access is almost 120.5 million shares as we speak now, followed by UBA. UBA is doing 8 naira, 5 kobo. No, this place has been a strong resistance level for UBA, 8 naira, but it has slightly crossed it just marginally with 5 kobo. But you can keep your eyes on that UBA. Then also, you can see that the champion building is among them this morning. Fidelity, all eyes on that Fidelity. Magna date also or closer to see where it will get, whether it will also cross the 6 naira. It's doing almost 5 naira, 83 kobo as we speak now, and GTB also 24 naira, 55 kobo. These are the top, in terms of volume, and we call them active stock as we speak now. Right away, we'll go and look straight to the chart. As usual, our custom in this class, we want to look at the chart and see what the chart is doing, and these stocks that we just mentioned, what is the state? Are we going to hold on to them, or are we going to sell off as we speak now? Pick one. Before I bring up the T line, I want to still draw a line here. You can see that this line I want to draw will be a guide for us at this stage of the market. If you remember what I told you 2 days ago, that this market at this point is side trending, call it the market is side trending here, and also call it a distribution period after market have rallied. And also, this is another thing that we need to know: when markets have rallied for a long time, you need to start asking yourself when is the right time. And that's why don't just follow market because it's rallying. Set a goal, and that goal guide you. You saw the market rallying all this way from here, and before it started coming down. And if you see that the market is the index, whether the price action or index action is above the trend line, it shows that there is an uptrend that you need to also watch. But once market start breaking down the up market trend line, you also need to watch it so that you know that you are not caught, so that you won't be caught in the web. It's very, very important that we note that at the end of the day, anytime we are trading. And you can see, I said it last time, we also see market also index action below the T line. There's something also happening in that particular regard too. You can see here now, you must touch 2 or 3 place. Let me put it here. For it to take a trend line must connect the line, the index or price action 1 or 2, 3 places. You can see here, another one here, another one here. You can see here. As we speak now, market have broken now the downtrend. You can see that right side is making a lower highs, not lower low. At this point, it was making lower lows, but here now, you can see a reverse up. Why you look at it to review the index? You have to review the index or review the price action to know whether it is having an upside movement or side trending or on a decline as your chart, so that you guide you what next action you should take. These are the things that if you have in mind, anytime you look at your chart or you want to trade, you must confirm where is the market going at that particular time. Once you're able to note the direction of the market, you see that you will now be able to take informed decision at the end of the day. But when you are just following just market, you don't know what is paying. Others are saying, this one is good like this. No, you as investors, especially those like this class and other our premium class, you understand that you make information with knowledge, not you don't guess. You don't just say I want to follow bad, because you know why you are in the market and you know your source of income and you know what you want to achieve. For that, you don't guess, you invest with knowledge and insight. And by combining different analysis, fundamental, technical, some also they call it a common sense. But I believe that once you can look at your technical very well, fundamental will always be there, because fundamental telling you about the past, why the technical telling you what is happening right now in the market, what the activity, what is the movement of the people, the present action. Like I told you, as I was starting the market, I saw the market pulling back in the red, but because of what that Boa food was losing. Now that depended up, you can see that if we are, so you know what has happened, you'll be panicking. Or because the market is down. No, you must look at this market. If you don't have emotion, at the end of the day, you get data or analysis that will guide you. That's why we don't also fail in bringing out our market update, so that I can guide you. Use all the technical analysis and also tell you why the market is down or up and things to buy. That's why you need to also follow us in those platforms and get all this information regularly to guide you. As to speak now on the T line, you can see that market is already above the T line. You can see that it's trending up. You can see that our market has maintained this recovery as we go. But because of election, because of the inauguration that we're counting down, immediately after the inauguration and we start seeing it, you might see a bigger trend or as far as on this macroeconomic data, especially the inflation and then so once all this will come out and today we don't see what inflation is going to look like. These are the things that also will be telling you what we're likely to see at the end of the second quarter. Because if we're seeing already positive performance for the first month of this second quarter, April, if that trend is sustained in this May, I tell you, might also see a better number at the end of the day. And which sector is going to sustain that? They are already giving us an insight where we should be looking at the financial sector, service providing companies. These are the way we should be looking at. And as we look, we will see more results coming from the financial sector looking good, especially I see that the aviation industry, I see opportunity there. In the insurance company, I see opportunity in the banking sector. Also see expect to see in the oil sector. But from the number that came from industrial generally, we have seen a decline. That might be an industry effect, which I believe that this quarter also review. Already they've increased their price before now, and I believe that increasing price again is what is also disturbing them because cost has also increased. But because of the nature of their product, they don't know if they increase the price, but I believe that they will still sell. But also they are concerned that the price have increased before now, put the pass to consumers, but then further increase. I believe that once that adjusted, also going to reflect on their on their earnings. Don't forget that there's a principle I tell you that you should also use as investor. Look at what is happening in the market, what is happening in the sector, because liquidity has almost 50% in the market, while sectoral activities also have about 30%. Company results have about 20% influence. When you combine all these, you will know where the market is going. Always look at it to know exactly what to do. And we're seeing that our MACD is becoming more stronger. Let me call it up now. Let's go back. That is the last one I need to call up. I forgot. Let me call MACD up so that you can also use it for explanation to tell you what we're looking at and where we are going. Yes. I think this okay. I'll show you about the key line already, market above it. You can see that today our money flow is touching almost 80. Fund is coming back to the market on a daily chart. That means that liquidity is coming back to, and I'm not surprised because as I speak now, tomorrow or next tomorrow, we will see more annual meetings where payment will be kind of approved by shareholders, and that also provide more liquidity. And that has the way of going back to that particular company that paid or other stock that have put back for me. This liquidity that coming now is a plus, but I believe that between now and end of the May, we might see it. And all eyes will now be on the results as from the month of June to July, where the number will be hitting the market. That's why if you are putting position now, as you take position, don't go and sleep. You need to follow up with information, share information to see where you are. There's more information coming so that you also look at sentiment report on that sector or where you are or no particular stock so that you know exactly what to do at the end of the day. Look at our MACD. Our MACD remain very, 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 very strong. You can see that this histogram we are seeing here, it's not coming down. You can see that they are almost the same, but when you see it coming down, it's a sign. And you can see that the blue line that across the red one, it remains strong looking up. It has not turned. For me, the momentum in the market remains strong. Looking at MACD, that's why MACD is a lag indicator. But I think that it still gives you some information that will guide you. You can see that I'll tell you the momentum in the market is still very high. And money flow is what I look most. That fund is entering the market because when there's liquidity entering the market, that means there's buying activities. That's why I told you earlier that we've seen that the decliner and the advancer line remain positive in the green, which is good for the market as to speak. Yes, we quick one want to look at those stocks that we just saw some changes. Like I tell you that when one is a success, it's a success become a charge of every family, every friend. But when the person is doing badly, when transport does started coming down, people were going, it's going to touch zero, it's going to touch 10, it's going to touch this one. But now that I remind the people are calling again, should I jump in, should I jump in? That means that there's something that every investor wants to know is just to make profit. We want to see the trend we're seeing in transport. Is it going to be sustained? Let's see the momentum behind that transport as to speak now. So that we can look at assets that are already banded. These are the interesting stock I want us to look at this afternoon before we call it a day to see what is happening in this company. Because I see, yeah, this is a day chart for transport. You can see that you can see already see that this one is green today. You can see yesterday tried to rebound and see now no, but still below the T line. But I like the movement. Can see that this one more called bullish engulfing. This way, this green line, green candlestick have taken care of what they almost both can see that it's high, that means what called bullish engulfing in technical analysis. And money flow remains strong around 83. Even though it's flat, you can see at this point it's not looking down flat. I tell you that. And if you look at also your histogram, this one the center here is longer. That's also coming up gradually, and this one will start looking up very soon. At the end of the day today, we confirm that this one will start looking up. You see it, and that is that there's also a buying volume or sentiment for the stock. For me, it's a good one, but let's look at the 1 hour chart for the stock to give us a good indicator. On the 1 hour chart, I would say that the stock is already trading above the T line on the 1 hour chart. You can see where it is now. It's a good one, and it's also MACD is bullish on the 1 hour chart. Money flow have rebounded for Transcorp. That is good for me. It's the good news for Transcorp. I quickly look at the 15-minute chart again. You know why I do all this, so that you get information what is happening. Also, you can see good sentiment on it. You can see the money flow has gone up here almost 100 on the 15-minute chart, and you can see that the MACD is still very positive and bearish, bullish as we speak now. For me, it's a good one for Transcorp. Quick one, we want to look at what is happening Access Corp. Let's look at that one too for our time fast spent. Let's look at what is happening in Access Corp as we speak. Let's look at what is happening there too. Yeah, we can see that Access Corp. There's one thing I said, this is a 15-minute chart. You can see that today on the 15-minute chart on Access Corp, look at what I seeing here. This tells that MACD, I say it's a lag indicator. We'll see that confirming information for Jonas and inside. Look at how the histogram here is almost coming to what to become bullish on the 15 minutes. This tells you that something is happening, which you can see here. The blue one heading to once you cross it, and you can see that money flow is above 50 on the 15-minute chart. And if you look at the markdown today, you can see that in the last 15 minutes we have seen, you can see where it has come up to from the markdown this today. You can see there's something going on for Access Corp. For me, it's a good one. Like one of them were discussing in the group yesterday, that it's possible that this stock will rebound after markdown. Put also alluded to that discussion. And also, something that's going to go down. In any side it goes, whether it goes up or down, is good for investor or trader in this market, because we have seen value in the stock that everyone wants to identify with. Whether you're a long-term investor or short-term, these are the things you look at, and to see the volume. And when you see volume in a particular stock, something is happening. And that's the that when you see institutional investor, either look out for it, when you see volume, it tells that there is also, and also when it stops or the market generally is above the 50 days moving average, that is where it's important. When you see market breaking average generally, that the institutional investors are keeping, because it is when any stock they are trading will likely be above 15 average. Market value, that is where you see them. But when you see the market below that, they are not in the market. Have this at the back of your mind so that it also guide you to know exactly what to do in the market. That's why I said if you get it right, this is an operation coming, I'll start putting policy right, seeing the people behind the office or people that are going to run the office. That also kind of boost confidence. Might likely start seeing from coming, because I believe that once you start seeing portfolio investor coming in, and we're also attracting a direct investment in different sectors, that will also boost the economic activities. Quick one, let's go to a day chart forward for Access before we round up the class for today. Day chart for Access. Day chart for Access, you can see that today Access have been at markdown. You can see that the existing decline also reversing back already. You can see it at what as removed by the candlestick here. The candlestick for me is a good one for Access. For money flow and Access for a day chart is below 50, around 44. Looking at because of the markdown, but you can see that there already a green light here, that people are also taking advantage of the low price to position and Access. For me, there's no cause for alarm. I want to look at Access for 1 hour chart too. You can see the last 1 hour. You can see that you can see the green already. Like I showed you for that of Transcorp. You can see another the bullish government also candlestick we're seeing here. It's a good sign for me that there's opportunity in Access that investors should also look out for. Yes, on this note, I will say thank you. I look forward to see you tomorrow, and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you. Bye.